Hello, welcome. It's great to be able to speak to you again. Well, normally I would be out in the fields walking with Milo, our lovely cockapoo dog, but I'll explain to you why that's not the reason today. And as you can see, it's beginning to look a little bit like Christmas. And it is, it's just around the corner for us. And I hope that you're looking forward to Christmas. And today I want to talk to you about one of the many names that was given to the Lord Jesus Christ. And they come out in the Christmas story. And one of them is the name Emmanuel. Now you might, on hearing that name, think, what on earth is the name Emmanuel? What does it mean? Well, it simply means God with us. God with us. And many hundreds of years ago, before the Lord Jesus Christ was born, it was prophesied and told that Emmanuel would come. He would come and live and dwell amongst mankind. He would come and live on earth. And this is a really fitting name for the Lord Jesus Christ, because later in the Bible we're told these words, that in Jesus we have someone who can understand us. He can understand our weaknesses. Now that's really helpful for us to know this, because in our life, sometimes, let's be really honest, there are some things we don't fully understand. Sometimes I watch the program, maybe you do on TV, the 1% Club, and you see what is portrayed, and sometimes you get it instantly. It's like, bang, oh, I know the answer to that. I can see what is being said there, and I know that means this. But sometimes you look at it and you go, I don't understand it. And then someone else might be in the room and they go, well, I get it straight away. So there's times in our life when we don't understand matters like that. But then there's times in our life when we struggle to understand what others around us are going through. And then there's times in our life when there are matters going on in our own life where others around us just don't get it. They just don't understand us. Well, whatever you're going through right now, I want to tell you with absolute full assurance, Jesus is someone who fully understands. He understands our weaknesses. If you're going through some difficulty right now, Jesus understands. If there's some problem in your family, in your household, Jesus understands. If you're struggling to put a roof over your head, Jesus understands, because when he was in public ministry for that three and a half years, it was said of the Lord Jesus, he had nowhere to lay his head. He had nowhere of significance of a home, and he went from place to place, and he didn't know what the next day would bring into his life. If you're struggling with things in your life, Jesus understands. If there are those who have betrayed you, Jesus understands. If there are those who have turned their back on you, Jesus understands. If there are those who seem to love you really, really a lot and hung on your every word, and then, well, they're not your friends anymore, Jesus understands. It's quite remarkable to me that Jesus is like that. Well, I said to you that Milo is normally with me, and he is. And the reason he's not is because he has some injuries. And we didn't fully appreciate this at all until he'd had an x-ray taken. And then we realised that he has one, if not two, displaced discs. And also one of his hips is slightly displaced as well. And because of that, he became almost immobile for a day or two. And we've been told to give him rest so that he shouldn't run out. And that's really working well, and it won't be long until he'll be able to get out into the fields again and have a run. But you know, in those early days, we didn't fully understand him. We couldn't understand what he was going through. But after the x-ray had recovered it or discovered it, we could then fully understand it. 2 years ago, quite remarkably, I had back problems, and one of the issues that I had was a displaced disc, a slip disc. And I know how painful and awful that was. It kept me awake at night. I was hardly unable to stand on occasions. Really, really painful. So when I saw that x-ray and when I was told the nature of his injury, I could understand him. He couldn't tell me what was going on, but I could see that he was in pain. You know, in Jesus Christ, he understands us because he's walked this earth. He's lived amongst people. So whatever you're facing at Christmas, it could be loneliness. It could be the loss of someone that's not going to sit around the table with you this Christmas. It could be pressure of finances. It could be difficulty in the workplace, problems in your community. I don't know, but all I do know with full assurance is that Jesus understands. There's a verse in the Bible that says this: cast all of your care upon him, for he cares for you. Why don't you do that right now? Why don't you talk to Jesus about your problems? And why don't you do that with full assurance that he understands? It's Christmas. Wow. Isn't this the best time for you to discover the gift of Christmas, Jesus Christ himself? Isn't this the best time to celebrate the Christ of Christmas, the joy to the world that came? May you put your faith and trust in Jesus Christ if you've never done before. He understands you. And if you follow Jesus for a long time, keep following him and know this: he understands what you're going through. Thank you all for watching. If you've never subscribed to the channel, please do that. And if you've enjoyed this video, please just click it a like. Really, I would really appreciate that. And I'll just at the end show you a little bit of Milo. And you take care. Thanks for watching. And here Milo is continuing to recover from his weaknesses. And it's really good to see him resting. And hopefully we'll be both out in the fields together very shortly. Thanks again for watching. You all take care. Happy Christmas.